to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors in their last game, a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded-out, low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Porzingis is out there with Hill. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. Here's Bledsoe following the score by Derrick Rose. Porzingis can't hit. Launches it. Here's Fareed. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fareed's got his first points of the night.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And here's Bledsoe. Pick up by Hill. Bledsoe kicks to Beal. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can...
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash-talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Mirotic. Johnson is out there with Hill. Then it's Norris Cole, and it's Beal in at the 2. Here's Cole, defended by Allen. Johnson, that's for 2. Carroll with the rebound. On defense, Golden State. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And the first half comes.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Tony Allen is out there with Rose. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Fareed in a power forward position. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Pick up by Hill. Beal will not go. This is off the front iron. Carroll with it. Out left to the wing. Rose gets a wide open look. It's rebounded by Leonard.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
To the inside. And Fareed sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Boston making a switch here. Hondo's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Mirotic comes in for Porzingis. And it's C.J. Miles in for Bradley Beal. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Leonard attacking. And the Warriors miss again. Outside Rose. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Boston leads by. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to Los Angeles. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Johnson. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Rondo against Bledsoe. Can't hit.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Rondo can't get it to go.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Bledsoe. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Somebody stirred up Eric Bledsoe. He's rolling.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. This free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 3. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
.15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And it's Rose penetrating. Count it!
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
8 seconds left in the game. Bledsoe dishes to Beal. Leonard on the wing. For 3, Bledsoe. So we see Boston get the win here. Probably a look.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Derrick Rose. He made all the key plays every step of the way. They depend. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for